Hello guys, this is Sahid, your anchor, back on the Visa Pathfinders channel. Today we shall be discussing the profession of medical laboratory science or medical laboratory technology as the case may be. And we're looking at that vis-a-vis the job in demand in Canada. So basically we're looking at it from the point of view of nomination, express entry. So looking at our previous videos, you would have seen how we talked about the nomination into the Federal Express Entry, and which is looking at the Federal Skilled Worker Program and how you use the comprehensive ranking system, the CRS score, to do your scoring and ranking in the pool. So one thing that is critical in this journey is to look at the National Occupation Classification, which is called the NOC. So that is what the government of Canada used to identify and categorize jobs. So we can see all the categorization, which is called the TEER, or training, education, experience, and responsibilities. And you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, it goes on and on. So for medical laboratory scientists or technologists, so the NOC is 32120. So, and that's to tell you basically what they do in the country. So they conducting medical laboratory tests, experiments, and analysis to assist in the diagnosis, treatment, and monitoring, as well as prevention of diseases. So these are the various job titles and their main duties. We can see mainly here you need to be certified with the Canadian Society of Medical Laboratory Science, as well as being registered in the province where you would like to practice. So looking at the job prospect in the next over the next 3 years, 5 of the provinces, we got 10 provinces and 3 territories in Canada. So out of the 10 plus 3, so we got 5 of them who've got very good outlook for um, the profession of medical laboratory science. So, and that's Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, Ontario, and Saskatchewan. So following that, we got another set of 4, which are rated as good, and which is something you would like to also look at. Let's go over to the various provinces where we already mentioned just a lowdown of that. The AIPP, which is the Atlantic Immigration Program, and you can actually get a job. The provinces that make up the Atlantic Immigration Program are the New Brunswick, Newfoundland, Labrador, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island. So, British Columbia, which is BC for short, has got one of its priority occupations to be medical laboratory science. So, on that you can see here. So the code to look out for is 32120. So, and we can also see in the province of Manitoba in the in-demand occupations they've got over there. And if we scroll down there, so we'll find it here. So it's medical laboratory science or technologist, as the case may be. So Alberta, so we can see also the Alberta opportunity stream so usually in Alberta, what they're focusing on is you need to have 300 your CRS score in the express entry pool, then you stand a chance of being offered the expression of interest, rather, sorry. So in Saskatchewan, it's also the same, just to go through a few. The occupation in demand, if we go through the international skilled worker stream, so we can see from the last update we got on 8th of June, the code we're looking out for is 32120. In the province of Saskatchewan, May the 18th, the code we're looking at 32120. And also early in May as well, we do have 32120, which is a medical laboratory technologist. And April 20th, and it goes on and on like that. So it is actually a job in demand. So, and when you look at the labor market impact assessment, which is what employers really in Canada do need to hire someone that is a foreign worker. So if you're not getting the nomination, even through the express entry, which is the federal, or through the provinces, then you could also get an employment as a foreign worker. So you would have to do go through this labor market impact assessment thing. So how do you go about the certification? So basically, as an internationally trained, educated medical laboratory technologist, so your first steps to certification with the Canadian Society for Medical Laboratory Science mainly is to go through the prior learning assessment. And if everything looks good, then you would be able to challenge the exam or the certification exam. And otherwise, if there are gaps, then you need to go through the learning plan and then become qualified to challenge the exam. So where you go is actually to get started here. So where you actually going is where you would be looking at the General Medical Laboratory Technologist, PLA, and the disciplines are clinical chemistry, hematology, clinical microbiology, transfusion medicine, or transfusion science, and histology. So the first thing to do is to read about the PLA process, which is a prior learning assessment, and the certification exam, and you can do that by downloading this PLA handbook. After which you would have to complete the personal competency rating booklet, which is the PCRB, and that would be the one for general medical laboratory technologists. So following that is the completion of the PLA online self-assessment, which is the OSA, and that's for the general medical laboratories technologist only. Afterwards, so there are fees really attached to this, and if you do join the CSMLS as a non-practicing member, then you'll probably be eligible to pay this. Otherwise, if you're not a member, non-practicing one, then you would have to do this. So and there is a fee for application itself, which is a PLA, and that's the top one. And why the technical report that would be issued is the one below. And this is what the PLA handbook looks like, and you get all the information right in there. So for the PCRB, this is also what it looks like, and you would have to go through all the details in there. So like I said, there is a technical report that would be issued at the end of the assessment, and these are the applicable fees depending on your status as a member or not. So for those that end up having learning plans to do, so this is the screen to look for that. Actually, you would get the updates from the CSMLS after the review to tell you specifically what you do have to go through or what courses you need to take and all of that. So, but you can see like some details right here as well. Meanwhile, the last thing I will be talking about here is the exam itself. So just to have an idea, the exam holds at the moment it holds 3 times in a year. So we got the February, the June, and the October. So these are the dates the exam took place so far 2023, and the one coming up next is October. So these are dates for 2024 as well. So when you go through the PLA and you're able to, you become eligible to challenge the exam. So these are kind of what would apply to you. Registration dates for whatever exam stream you're taking, and that's all. And these are the fees applicable as well, depending on your status, if you're resident in Canada or you're not, and if you're a member or not. So all of those, so you need to look at that. And that's the general MLT, so that's where you want to look at. So that's basically the summary of how to go through this entire process. But I can tell you, if you find a way and try to go through this process, it looks pretty much bright because at this moment, Canada really needs a lot of medical laboratory technologists across the various provinces. And the earlier you take an action, the better for you. So don't forget to share this video, hit the like button, and also click on the notification button for all the new videos. We're sharing them. You're getting it firsthand immediately. And also like and share this video. I do hope you've learned one or two today. And for those in this field, I do hope this has helped a lot. If you do have questions, feel free to get in touch with us, and we're more than happy to respond to all the questions. Thank you, and see you some other time.